India has a diabetes problem. China has a diabetes problem. Philippines has a diabetes problem. The Middle East has a huge diabetes problem. These problems are happening everywhere. So we've been eating things like rice for thousands of years. What's happened all of a sudden that this stuff is supposedly bad for us? And when we start getting overweight or sick, the doctor tells us, cut out the carbs and cut out the rice. Well, with the rice, you actually have three parts. You have the bran, the germ, and the endosperm. The problem is our foods are processed where they remove this, and we're left with the endosperm. And here's where the plant nutrients are. The fiber is the healthy fats, and we remove that. And by we, I mean the food industry. And the reason they remove that is the rice lasts longer. What does bacteria eat? Bacteria eats fiber. And if you strip the fiber, well, now your rice can last longer for storage. But the problem is you're left with pure starch. And starch are just chains of glucose, nothing else. So you could be eating rice that literally turns to just pure sugar in your bloodstream. It's because the rice itself is no longer the same rice. Now you combine it with all the processed foods we're eating and our lifestyle where we don't exercise much, and our hormones like insulin aren't working properly, well, now that rice becomes like poison. There's barely any fiber in our diet. So now let's say you eat that bowl of rice. Now combine that with vegetable oils and things like potatoes and carrots. You skyrocket your blood sugar, causing a huge spike in insulin because the insulin brings down the blood sugar immediately and it crashes it. And that insulin doesn't come down as quick. And now that causes hormone issues, causing your other hormones to get messed up, causing metabolic issues. And that can lead to metabolic syndrome, which can be these 5 criteria: high blood sugar, high blood pressure, low HDL, high triglycerides, and excess fat around the waist. If your blood pressure is high, one of the first signs of it going high is because you have high insulin levels. That excess fat around the waist, that's because of visceral fat. The liver's starting to store all this sugar, pumping it out as fat around the organs. So this is a global issue now. It's not just in America anymore. The thing is, genetically, some cultures get more obese versus other cultures. They don't get obese, but they get fat around their organs and they get sick. That's why you can see a Hispanic or Asian can gain 10 pounds and become diabetic, have blood pressure, cholesterol, versus a Caucasian can be 350 pounds and have nothing because the insulin keeps storing the fat. Versus for the Asian, they can't store more fat, so they start getting sick. So this is actually a global epidemic. So share this video with someone that needs to see it and like and follow for more.